Hey everybody, it's your girl Bunny. To all of my returning subscribers, hey, how you doing? And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Kick your feet up, subscribe to this family-friendly channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any posts. Also follow me on Instagram at the same profile name so you don't miss the sneak peeks of what's coming up next. In this video, it's the final episode of the Atlanta series entitled It Was All a Dream. I give a full episode recap with photos offset to the side, and then I give my review at the end. No need to dig around and keep all of the minute marks in the comments. It's all coming up next. Judge Judy plays in the background as Ern and Al chop it up. Darius seems to be more in deep thought. Darius wants Al and Ern to go ahead without him for the day. He has a dep date. Ern and Al take guesses what that could be. A picnic with a deputy? No, an underground Johnny Depp film edited from all his old films. But they're both wrong. It's a sensory deprivation tank for 1 hour. It's just you alone with your thoughts floating in water. It's like being in the womb again. It replenishes you, mind and soul. Darius has errands to run on the way. Ern reminds Darius, please don't come to the event with a full stomach. Van will be pissed. Darius assures he's like a teenager. He'll be hungry every hour. After Darius leaves, Ern teases Al with an Old MacDonald song. Old MacAlfred had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he broke his foot, E-I-E-I-O. But Al finishes the rhyme with an F-U here and an F-U there, there F, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm I F Joe Ho. Man, let's go, come on. Ern can't believe it. The venue wants you to park your own car, then give them the keys. That's their valet. They're going to the first black-owned sushi bar in Atlanta, but Al knows exactly where he's going after the event. Popeyes. The food smells so good in the air, I can just tell they got a manager that's mean as hell. Ern wants Al to just focus on supporting their own. This guy named DeMarcus studied under a real sushi master in Japan. It's legit. One of Van's friends invested in this place. You eating here will give them a lot of support. Al notices that this place of business used to be an old Blockbuster. Darius wants to pick up a prescription for Easy. The pharmacist doesn't show anything under that name. Well, that's strange because he got a text that the medicine was ready for pickup. Can she check in the back? She's hesitant, but says yes, she'll check. Another customer couldn't help but to overhear when he was discussing his appointment about deprivation. Was he talking about sleep deprivation tank or just taking a dump? No, it's actually sensory deprivation. She's done it before. She started about a year ago. She used to go with a group of girlfriends. They both agree it's like therapy. Her group started to call themselves the Float Tips. She had to stop because it got too intense. The visions in the tank were so intense she started to lose track of what was real. Darius has a tactic of advice to decide what's real. Thick Judge Judy. You can imagine whatever part of her is thick. Thighs, breasts, it doesn't matter. She's on TV all the time. And if I see her thick, I know it's not real. He doesn't want to pry, but is she going here or getting medicine because of anxiety? No, she's there to pick up medicine for her baby. She, on the other hand, has tried it all, Zoloft, Lexapro, you name it. But she's pretty much changed her entire lifestyle. I'm pretty much vegan. My baby daddy thinks I'm crazy, but it works for me. I think I was trained to see life as a battle in some ways. It is, but I'm a part of this world and I want to dance in it as I choose. I demand that I do. Darius's medicine is now ready for pickup, and before he leaves, he tells the woman who he sat next to, you have a wonderful spirit. Thank you for sharing your time with me. She thanks him as well, and maybe they will catch one another in a deep sesh sometime. Al has difficulty getting settled in this traditional floor seating, but uplifted. But Van thanks him for coming. The waiter provides hot towels and announces the chef would like to speak to them before their meal, if that's okay with them. They all say yes, and Ern notices the mismatched towels ranging from sports to Garfield. Van notices that the fellas are pretty much speaking in code about what's across the parking lot, but she wants to go to Popeyes too. They can go after they leave. She just wanted to show support. Chef Kenny arrives. Demetrius admires Paperboy's work and is honored to have him there. Chef Kenny yells to the cookers, "Sup?" and they call back the same thing. Darius takes a soothing walk alone, and London pulls up beside him. She hasn't heard from him, but he reached out to her about 2 months ago concerning a lockdown party. That explains it. Boy, you know I change my number every couple of months. He should have emailed her like the underground days. Darius isn't too excited about the invitation. He put those kind of days behind him. She teases that he used to be wild, but he disagrees. She's the wild one, and he always played it safe. She says goodbye, but then presses the question. Where are you headed? What are you about to do? I'm headed to a deprivation appointment, and I can't miss it. He's pressured into taking a ride. He can't say no since she's headed in that same direction. There's constant pressure from London to smoke weed, but once again, Darius feels that he doesn't want to smoke before his appointment, but maybe he can have a little. He's thirsty. Can I have some of that water? Boy, unless you want to get messed up, this is vodka. I've been macro dosing all day. Just their luck, the cops pull up behind them. But London plays it cool. Put your foot over that beer bottle, hand me my glasses, and roll down these windows a little bit. I need to air some of this weed out. She gives herself some motivation in the mirror. You are sober, London. When the officer arrives to the window, it appears she has illegal tint. London says it's her mother's car, but the officer doesn't buy it. Also, what's in the water bottle? It's water. And to prove it, she sucks down the vodka like water, unfazed. Now the officer wants her to step outside of the vehicle and step to the curb. She passes the sobriety test with flying colors and even answers correctly to the question, how many seasons of Homeboys in Outer Space were there? 1. The officer gives her back her license and registration and bids her a good day. Darius can't believe it. What? London then grabs the cop's gun and takes off in the car, only to hit a biker. To make matters worse, she runs off, leaving Darius in the car yelling, I'm sorry! This is all your fault! Gladly, it's all a dream from the deprivation. He can take a break in the tea room if his visions are too intense. Before the calm can settle in, another experience is unsettling. The employee repeats himself. In the tea room. I'll go fetch your tea and put it in the tea room. Darius ignores the wording, but then heads into the lounge. The ladies want to know, is this your first time? For Darius, no. He does this weekly. The women start to repeat tea room over and over again. Isn't this tea lovely in the tea room? I drink tea in the tea room. Do you drink tea in the tea room? Why do you all keep saying tea room? Darius is shook that they answer, well, it's the tea room, silly. Darius, in a panic, grabs one of the women screaming, wake up! But it doesn't help. He's thrown out of the establishment. Hey, man, don't you ever come back. Weird. Why? Man, I thought it was a dream, a vision. I'm sorry. Al doesn't get it. It's corner store items, and his chicken skin salad is salty, but not salty enough. As he glances out of the window at Popeyes, Van insists they can't leave. They've got to get through dinner. It's respectful. We can't do this to them. Al can't take it anymore. The food is gross, and his so-called chef is making sushi rolls with his bare hands. The fish is raw, it's warm, and this can't be safe. Al just wants to go to Popeyes and stop lying to these black folks. It's terrible. Ern tries again to be sympathetic. It's a black sushi fusion restaurant. Let's just give them a chance and be open-minded. It doesn't help the matter at the table when the waiter comes back, offering a refill of hot white Hennessy. Al has had enough. Where's the bathroom? Darius continues his walk journey, ignoring the text from Ern. Are you coming? A friend is excited to see Darius, but what are you doing here? He invites Darius in and asks if he can hug him. Yeah, man, you can hug me. I can't get any sicker. He invites Darius in and to hug him. He didn't mean to bother him. He just picked up his medicine as a favor. Darius, would you like some jollof? My roommate made some. Unfortunately, Darius can't stay. He has an event to go to. Now there's disappointment. Oh, man, I'm just playing with you. I'm kidding, man. You go have fun with your friends. You don't need to be in here. Darius then takes up the offer. You know what? I'll have some jollof, but only half a bowl. As he preps the bowl, Darius whispers, I miss you, man. Holding back tears. How's mom? What about dad? There's no response. Just Darius viewing an old photo of him and his brother. He views Judge Judy, and she's thick. Damn. Another illusion. Wait, how long was I asleep? The employee responds, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Another vision within a vision. Dang, Al, you all right? I mean, it took you a while to come back from the restroom. Yeah, man, because the restroom is located in the Rainbow clothing store across the street. That's it, man. I'm going to Popeyes. It's 2:55, and that means the high schoolers will be over there soon, and I won't be able to get a chicken sandwich until next week. The waiter offers a delicacy, blowfish cheek. It's poisonous, but it's only made with the skill of hand. You know what? No, we gotta go, and we don't want any more of these so-called cuisines. A man in a bow tie stops and then says, "You're going to Popeyes, aren't you?" No, man, you know that the night Queen and Slim premiered, we were filled. The line was long and black people were hype on nationalism, coming to support their own. 15 minutes later, we were empty. Not one person ate the blowfish. Yelp reviews said the same thing over and over again. This ninja serving poison fish. Do you know the traditional way to make sushi is with your bare hands? That sushi should be served at room temperature? Every Japanese restaurant worth their soy sauce does it that way. No one seems to notice, but if a brother from Alabama does it the same way, suddenly fish is dirty. You know there's a restaurant in Japan that can't even take reservations from the general public because it's so acclaimed? You want to know where it's located? In Ginza Line in Tokyo subway station. I know because my master studied there. He taught me that it doesn't matter where you sell your sushi, at a Subway, an old Blockbuster video. See, man, I know. It doesn't matter. If the sushi is good, people will come. But I guess my master was never a ninja from Florida. Don't give me that brother-ish. This entire dinner you have been staring across the street at a modern-day coon chicken, served to you by an Aunt Mama who lies to you repeatedly, saying it's a recipe that she's benefiting from. It's not her recipe. You know who owns that recipe? An Italian man and his family, none of which have married black. I heard some of them move from New Orleans to New Jersey. New Jersey. Al says, I get it, man. Okay. The man in the bow tie continues. Oh, you get it, huh? Then eat the poison fish, brother. Let me guess. You want some hot sauce to go with it? Look outside. That is our future. Salty batter being sold to us in our own image. We don't trust each other. You don't trust a Chicago ninja. They shady. Don't believe them ninjas from New Orleans. They slimy. You gotta watch out for those New York ninjas. They'll catch a lick. The only person you should trust is yourself. Lock the doors. There's a brief rush of panic. Wait, lock the doors. What? Then Darius pops up into the door, punches out Demetrius in the face, screaming, "Get in the pink Maserati, let's go!" They all run out, get into the car with various spins and donuts in the parking lot, screaming, "Yeah, yeah," throwing up the middle finger. They all speed away, relieved of such an experience, and Darius saves the day, saying, "Look under your seat." And it's Popeyes in the car, and they can't believe it. They can't help but to laugh when they get back home. Oh my God, food tastes so much better when you think you're about to die. It was technically Van's fault. No, I'm playing. Darius, where did you get that car anyway? Darius admits that he stole it. It's from the valet, but don't worry about it though, because I'm in the tank. Everyone stops. Darius, no, you're not. You're right here with us, your friends. Al is over the entire day. Hey, man, let's go roll one up. Darius says that he will join them later, just a sec. As they go outside, Darius admires his friends, smiling and laughing from the window. Cop sirens start to ring out as he patiently watches Judge Judy. When will she get up? But Darius has a smile on his face with satisfaction. And that is the end of the Emmy award-winning FX original series, Atlanta. And now it is time for your favorite part of the video. That's right, my review. So yes, Sushi is traditionally made and eaten with bare hands. Yes, sensory deprivation is a real thing. The main benefits are to ease anxiety and muscle tension, and the sessions allow Epsom salt and water to give your body buoyancy, to keep your mind and body fully relaxed. It's mimicking and very similar to zero gravity. So side effects, though, are heightened, very heightened senses with no exact time frame of when you feel quote unquote back to normal. There's a lot of scientific research of people experiencing this sensory deprivation, but their side effects have been weird, right? Visions that they've seen have been documented. Make sure that you read up on that. It's very interesting because when you think of the human body, when you think of just meditation, okay? With meditation, you are sitting down, laying down in a space where you feel comfortable and allowing all of the entities of your body to fully relax, giving your brain a rest, giving your spine a rest, giving all of your muscles a moment in time just to focus on solidarity, nothing in your mind, relaxing. It takes several sessions for you to not think of anything. But that's not the main focus of meditation. With meditation, a lot of people think, oh, I have to not think of anything. It has to be nothing in my mind. It comes in phases and waves of levels of meditation. And some people even say they have an out-of-body experience with meditation. It's something so beautiful with the earth and the mind and it disconnecting and you having this surreal out-of-body experience. So just make sure that you read up on that. It's very interesting. I'm actually terrified of trying this. I don't think I ever will because I'm afraid of these visions. Now let's get to the star of this episode, which is Darius. Now, I've said through all of the reviews and recaps, especially for this season, that I was very, very interested in Darius's story. For so long, he has been this mystery, kind of like this cloud of a whirling derby, somebody that's so free-spirited around Al. And we've had little salt grains here and there to kind of let us know, okay, how are they friends? How did they meet? I estimated that maybe they met with an experience, right? Because it's been so many experiences that Al has had. And along the way, he met Darius because from the first time Ern went to see, in the season, when he went to go see Al at his home, seasons ago, he's like, who is this guy? Like, who is he? He's cooking, he's cooking stuff in the kitchen. And he's like, oh, hey, but Ern is like, you got this random guy in your house. Who is that? And I love that they were able to give Darius this in the final episode because what it means is that he's not forgotten. He's not forgotten, and the writers want to take a moment for the audience to really deeply connect with him. The first time that we were able to deeply connect with him on some sense of family is when they went to Europe and he's asking the assistant, can I have some jollof rice, right? And he wants to go get jollof rice. He wants to make sure that it's right, and he knows a little place, right? Remember the episode? And he goes there, and the white woman takes advantage to gentrify the restaurant and then buys it up and then comes out with the little, the little food truck and all this stuff. So that's the first time we were able to know that, again, that he was Nigerian, that he had family, that those were his roots. And we really didn't tap into what his family was. In this episode, we have this amazingly just well-written episode and giving us so much in a short span of time. If you follow my recaps and reviews, I say over and over again that they should have Emmys on Emmys on Emmys because the depth of writing and being able to communicate something in such a short span of time is genius. 1 hour, you have about maybe 50 to 48 minutes, excluding commercials, right? If it's on HBO, certain channels, it can exclude commercials. With Atlanta, we have a 24 to 26 range of time, right? That is excluding, right? That's the time excluding commercials. So you got to think, how can I communicate this story in such a short period of time? And it gave us a lot in a short amount of time. Okay, so moving back to Darius. With Darius and this deprivation, right? With this enlightened sensory, and what it's doing is that it's tapping back into emotions and moments in his life. We learn of a brother who's not well. We don't know his illness, right? He's going to get the medicine. We start to analyze, is him going to get the prescription real? Is this something that's real? It could have been very real. When it comes to pharmacy and pharmaceuticals, especially with a local shop, like, CVS, Walgreens, the prescriptions can keep coming until you've either, one, exceeded the fluidity monthly of it coming into the facility, or you call in and say, hey, I'm done with this. I don't want to take any more. It's very likely that the prescription is coming in kind of like on a recall, right? It's coming in monthly due to the illness. It's going back to that facility and somebody's going to pick it up, right? So let's just say that's real. And he met this woman that is real. Shouts out to Cree Summer. She's absolutely an industry just amazing person, and what she's done in voiceover animation. Look her up. It's insane what she's done over the years. So it was great to have her as this pivotal character that's sharing a moment with Darius and saying, hey, I've experienced this, but I stopped it because of the visions, and him even thanking her, saying, I love your energy. Thank you for letting me experience this with you. Because Darius is like, he doesn't know what's real or what's not real, right? He goes we learn that this is his brother's home. His brother is saying, I'll get you some jollof rice. You saying that you have something to do? You saying you want half a bowl? I'll get you a full bowl as well. And he makes a comment that's very, very important. He says, oh, you're not going to stay, right? So embarking in the brain and probably a previous experience. Oh, I'm just playing. You need to be with your friends. Don't need to be here. You need to be out living, which is probably something that he told his brother. Hey, don't stay with me. Go ahead, live your life. It's fine. It's cool, right? A home, an apartment that's clearly of one who's been in hermit kind of, mode, books everywhere, stuff everywhere, things that people do with a lot of time on their hands that are not going on in the outside world. The home doesn't look like there's a lot of life in it. But he still has pictures, right, displayed of his family that he's connected with. And he's saying, I miss you. So it's like maybe in this vision, he knows that this isn't real. How's mom? How's dad? And there's not a response. And then he sees the thick Judge Judy. Let's go on to the London character. Now, with this heightened enlightenment, this is probably another experience that is a dark, uncomfortable experience. Now, adult peer pressure is very real. Peer pressure never ends. And it seems like this person was someone in his life during his darker days. He was out having fun, doing whatever, that was harping on him. Oh, why haven't you emailed me? Why haven't you called me? I change my number every couple of months. Somebody that's constantly changing their number, you in a lot of trouble. Okay. And he's saying, I got somewhere to go, but he's peer pressured, okay, into getting in the car. Then he's peer pressured into smoking. He wants water, but he can't even have that because it's vodka, right? She's constantly putting him in dangerous situations. To get pulled over, she downs the vodka. She does the sobriety test. She grabs the gun, putting him in more danger. They hit a biker. Then she runs off, okay, and leaves them there screaming, this is your fault. It's probably psychologically how he felt. This is my fault. I should have never been involved with her in the first place. Very dark moment in his life, leaving him with the gun, with the biker, and the cop that's just got his gun stolen. So all of these charges and all of these things are thrown into him, right? And him even grabbing the gun like, oh crap, why'd I do that? So he has these constant bad experiences with her. That was a vision. We also can look at the tea room, right? The tea room. Now, this can be analyzed as a lot of things. Did he have a bad experience surrounded by a lot of older white women? Did he have an experience with a lot of Karens, right? Where he felt uncomfortable. It can be analyzed in so many different ways. Him screaming, wake up! He's like, I gotta get out of this situation. I already feel uncomfortable. It's like this welcoming, oh, is this your first time? How are you? But in the end, feeling very unsafe. So I believe that all of those visions and all of those experiences that he had, okay, were reflections of a lot of points in his life. What this tells me about Darius, right? And I've said that all of the other characters are coming to some sort of conclusion in their life. Al getting understanding about his career, Van moving forward, being a family, trying again with her career and discovering what that is, Ern developing himself, going to therapy, becoming in this evolution of themselves, all of them. And I was like, well, what about Darius? He's just there. So we can predict that in this last moment of hero, that he's coming through. He wants to be there for his friends. He has the Maserati. He has the Popeyes, right? I has this idea that maybe what they're going to eat probably ain't all that. Let me bring them some food. But he's thinking he's in the tank. So he's living the hero moment of let me help. Let me be a part of ... Okay? I'm in the tank. It's nothing. So it's this wave of I can do something, but this is not real, so let me live this out. Psychologically, I felt helpless and hopeless this entire time. Let me, quote unquote, save my friends. Let me be the victor in this situation. But my interpretation is that this was real. I think it was real because as they're sitting on the couch, he's hearing the sirens. And what a beautiful moment is that looking through the window, he's looking at his friends. And this is a symbolism realistically when he hears the sirens, because I'm making a guess that Judge Judy was not thick. It was the real Judge Judy. We're hearing the car sirens and he smiles because he knows, wow, this is real. I don't have any family left. Highly likely he doesn't have any family left. And the only family he has are his friends. And we can come to a good conclusion that no matter what's happened throughout all of the seasons, that they have always been there for one another. They are friends. They're happy. The smiles, right? And them just laughing, him looking at them, embracing it, just in awe, like, wow, these are my friends and they really care and they really do love me. You can come to a conclusion, as which I said in the other reviews, with the final episode. A lot of people are probably going to be upset because Atlanta does not write in the same fluidity as other shows. It's out of the box. It's completely just out of this world with this thought process. But I honestly feel we have closure and an idea of how everyone will move on. We can make a good guess that everybody will be okay. And that was the main thing of what all those characters were trying to get to. Some answers, some conclusions, some I'm sorry, some evolution, some experiences, some traveling, things that they were eager to find out. They know about fame. Is it worth it? They know about money. Is that worth it? They know about friendship and family. That's worth it above it all, even with the crazy auntie, right? In episodes before, right? Despite it all, they have each other. And his smile at the end was like, I have my peace. And I know even with me doing this deprivation every week, that whatever happened those weeks before, he had his friends. He had his family. And I thought that was absolutely beautiful. We can make a good guess that he doesn't have any family left. And Ern, Al, and Van are his family. They are his friends. Let's talk about this supporting Black business. Look, any type of business, I don't care who owns it, Black, white, whatever. If the service is bad, it's bad. If the ambiance is bad, it's bad. We're talking about knowing what your crowd wants, right? The character that had the bow tie on, he did mesh in a lot of facts with a lot of stuff that's like, okay, like pause, just stop. He mixed in a lot of facts about Popeyes and supporting business and having this high of helping and supporting, and then it kind of diminishes in the comments saying this ninja serving, poison fish. Okay. You have to know your audience in whatever type of business. If you know that sushi traditionally now in a lot of American places are the newer version, modern ways of eating sushi, right? You might want to introduce that or explain why your chef is making stuff with their bare hands, or maybe get better tiles. Be in a better area where your customers don't have to walk to another store to use the bathroom. So it's like this being not just a hypocrite, but just kind of falling back on your word of conduct good business. Conduct good business. Let it be a good business that's admired and enjoyable. Al can barely get into the table. It's this weird setting. It's an older shopping area that used to be a Blockbuster. Al, I knew it. I used to be the Blockbuster. But it's like you have facts, and the people are going to the Popeyes. Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff about Popeyes and any fast food restaurant. And I believe all fast food, we need to just stop eating it, but we ain't gonna start that conversation. But and let me just say, that teenager that was dancing with the chicken sandwich, that was absolutely hilarious. I thought that was absolutely funny. But supporting any business, especially anything, it needs to be good service and it needs to be done well. There's a lot of pressure on black businesses to be perfect. I need black people, my people, to understand not to put so much pressure on a business, especially if it's the first time trying it. Now, everybody deserves criticism. Don't get me wrong. Everybody deserves criticism. But we're coming in on a curve, right? A lot of our ancestors early on, and even now, with a lot of massacres, they had a lot of successful businesses, but they didn't leave a manual of how to do it. So allow businesses to take critique. Give your critique. And it's up to them to fix it, okay? But also don't beat a lot of black businesses down, because a lot of black businesses are trying to figure it out, okay? Within a lot of cultures, they have a successful business because it's been passed down to generation to generation to generation to generation. A lot of the black businesses are just first generation businesses that need time to figure it out, okay? Van and everybody, they tried to give support and whatever. If they didn't like it, take the critique. I'm sure over time that they'll get it right, okay? This series ending was absolutely perfect. I know a lot of people won't agree with me, but I thought it was absolutely great. To me, which I've always said, the best series of all time when it comes to fluidity and having a wonderful ending was The Wire. And this kind of follows the same kind of flow, that the ending is not this perfect tie in a bow ending. It's not a Disney ending. The type of ending that it is, just like The Wire, is that you use your own mind based upon the information that was provided to you before, how the characters will move on. Because if you think of these characters, they're everyday regular people, and this is not the end for them. Life will keep going. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for rocking with me with this series. It has been a pleasure. The lack of sleep deprivation from me was worth it. I hope you guys love the editing and me analyzing everything in my own way. Make sure that you like this video, donate to the channel if you want to, leave a comment down below, hit me up on Instagram at the same profile name, send me a DM, whatever you want to do. I am proud to say that I have provided a channel that's positive vibes only, that's family friendly, that's comforting. You can come to, you can watch it, leave, dip out, get straight to the point. So I love it. Thank you for supporting me. Make sure to check out other series recaps and reviews. The Handmaid's Tale. That's a Hulu original series, an Emmy award-winning series. It's the next season 6. It's the final episode. So if you need the final season. So if you need to binge watch, make sure you check that out. Also binge watch Wu-Tang and American Saga. Season 2 is coming this fall. So you make sure that you check out my recaps and reviews on that. In the meantime, in between time, as I always say, remember to take care of yourself and each other. Bye.